Hey everybody, thank you for joining me over here on this channel. This is my vlog channel. And I wanted to put this on this channel because it's not really makeup related. But I posted a video over on Fiber Crazed Beauty yesterday where I was kind of showing off some of my Twi shadows from Glamour Doll Eyes, which they've had out for a while, but I used them yesterday because I was going to the Twilight Midnight show and a marathon of the whole Twilight Saga before that. And I was really excited about it. And somebody on that channel, on that video, had asked me what I thought about it. So I just thought I'd record a really quick little review. I'm not going to give anything away because I hate spoilers, and I'm certainly not going to spoil the movie for you if you haven't seen it yet or if you haven't read the books. So here are my thoughts on it. I really liked it. I like the Twilight stories. I know the movies aren't the best quality movies out there. That's okay. They're really entertaining. To me, they're really entertaining. I like the stories. I liked the books. So yeah, it was really, the whole experience of going to the marathon and everything was really, really fun yesterday. I was really looking forward to seeing Breaking Dawn. I kept thinking all day long about Luke and Laura's wedding. Does anybody remember General Hospital, Luke and Laura's wedding? I was a little kid, so many of you probably have no idea. Ask your moms, they probably do. But it was that kind of like, fictional, fictional wedding to get kind of excited about. The wedding was absolutely beautiful. The setting, her dress, Kristen Stewart looked really, really pretty. Edward, oh Lord, Rob Pattinson looked wonderful. All of the people, everybody cleaned up really, really nice. Billy Burke as Charlie, he looks so cute in his tuxedo. I just love him. I want him to be my dad, Carlisle and all the other guys, and Alice, of course, and Rosalie, they all looked really, really pretty. They handled some of the more delicate scenes in that movie. Like, as if you've read Breaking Dawn, there's some scenes, there are some really kind of gruesome, could be potentially gruesome scenes. There are some just tricky scenes in the storyline, because the story gets a little convoluted in Breaking Dawn, and I just go with it because I kind of think of the Twilight Saga as the Romeo and Juliet with the happy ending. We're not everybody, and I'm sorry, if you haven't read the books, you don't know that there's a happy ending, and I just did do a spoiler, but okay, no spoilers for anybody who hasn't read the book. So yeah, I thought they handled some of the trickier parts of it really, really well, without watering it down. They were still kind of true to the book, the spirit of the book, without watering down those scenes too much. I guess it was initially rated R, and they did back off a little bit on some things to get the PG-13 rating. I have no problem with it, as far as I'm going to bring my 10-year-old to see it this weekend. She's almost 11, but she's really, really into the Twilight movies. I don't want her to read the books yet because I think the subject matters a little bit. Like, just Bella's internal dialogue and her constant lust after Edward. I'm like, a little old for you when you're 10, in my opinion, from my comfort level. But yeah, there was nothing that I saw last night that made me uncomfortable. My biggest thing for movies with my kids is like violence, gun violence, things like that. Fantasy violence, the werewolves, things like that. That's separated far enough for us from reality where the kids are cool with it and I'm cool with it, so it's all good. Let's see, what else did there was one part about it that I didn't like, that I wish they would have made just a different choice, one particular scene that came off, I thought, a little hokey, but that was just me. I thought the makeup was a lot better. One of the things that bugs me the most about, especially the original Twilight movie, of course, because I like makeup and I notice that kind of stuff, good Lord, the vampire makeup was horrible. Bella's makeup, she looked kind of more pale and kind of ghastly than she had like this greenish tint to her in some of the scenes, which made her look less human than the vampire sometimes, which was kind of weird. The vampire makeup, I did not care for that in Twilight. I thought that it wasn't done as well as it could be. I know these people are pros and I'm not, but gosh, it was really distracting sometimes. That wasn't the case this time. And the other thing in New Moon, I think it was New Moon, it was a different director, I know, and I don't remember who the directors are for all of them, but I know in New Moon there was a different director than there was for Twilight. I thought the women, like in Twilight, I thought at least like Rosalie and Alice and Esme, they looked what the book describes them to look like. They just looked really beautiful. Vampire-y, and the vampire pallor and stuff was a little bit, it was mostly Edward's that was off, in my opinion, and Carlisle's in a couple scenes. But the women I thought looked pretty good in Twilight. I thought in New Moon, they looked a little overdone, like they were trying to make them look really, really beautiful, whereas the whole point, the whole idea was, is this is just, you know, they were just like these beautiful, stunning creatures. And, you know, for me to think somebody looks overdone, it's got to be pretty overdone. But that was just my opinion. I thought that they looked really, really nice in this movie. So I really liked, and I don't know if they're doing that on purpose, if they sort of, they gave up on making them look kind of undead and vampy, and just backed away from it because it wasn't working, or if that was a conscious decision to make them, to allow them to look more human, because as we've gotten to know these characters and have gotten kind of immersed in their world, they look, you know, they seem less other to us, so they look less other, you know. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. It would be really cool if it was. So yeah, and I thought the scenes on Isle Esme and in Rio de Janeiro, the settings were gorgeous. Really, really beautiful. So yeah, overall, I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was really great. I don't mind that I have to wait a year for the next one, because if it was coming out in 6 months, then the whole thing would be done and it'd be over with and there would be no new ones to look forward to. So I'm cool with waiting a year. I was cool with waiting like a year and a half. And there were some parts of the story that were really sweet that I had forgotten about in the book. And there were some really sweet scenes with, oh God, Bella and Edward. And there was a really, really sweet scene near the end with Jacob, which I thought was really cool. And yeah, so I thought it was really great. I really enjoyed it a lot. They did tell us that Stephanie Meyer makes a cameo in it, the ushers at the theater. So they said to look for her, which I totally forgot to look for. I wasn't looking for Stephanie Meyer. That was not what I was concentrating on. So look for her if you want to. I'm guessing she's probably at the wedding. I don't know for sure. There aren't a lot of scenes where there's a whole lot of other extra people in it, so who knows. And that's the only one that comes to mind, like right off the bat, that and the Rio scene. I don't know. So check out those two scenes, see if you can see her. And, oh, there is a scene after the credits. So stay in your seats for that if you want to see it. So that was my kind of take on it. I hope that if you haven't read the books, I hope I didn't give away too much. I'm not going to tell you where they cut it. I was trying to wrap my brain around where they were going to cut it, because the book is in 3 sections, in thirds. So to try to, I couldn't figure out where they were going to make the natural break, and where they chose to make it, I thought was perfect. I loved it. I really liked the whole thing at the end. I thought that was pretty cool to watch. So yeah. So if you like it, if you like Twilight, you're going to love it. If you don't, you're probably not going to see it. So either way, it's all good. And I hope that was helpful to you guys, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I already said that. Bye.